Well, goodness gracious, my computer crashed and Celine Dion died. Wow, that is the last time I eat Big League Chew. Goodness gracious. All right, folks. In 24 hours, we lost Hulk Hogan, Chuck Mangione, and Celine Dion. Boy, July 24th, not a good day. Or at least that's what I just got texted. Or is that a hoax? This happens every time there's a spat of deaths. Do you remember how many times Betty White died? All right, let me see. This is the text I got. Celine Dion died. Let me Google. TMZ always the first to report? According to Google, it says no. It could be she's about to die, and people are leaking it a little bit early. Or maybe I'm breaking the story. Who knows? She is only 57. But locked-in syndrome can cause her to not be able to breathe. So it wouldn't be unheard of. Yeah, looks like somebody fell for a hoax. I'll ask Grok. Grok knows everything. Grok says she's alive, so she must be alive. Jeeves does know everything. So, yeah, anyway, let's get back to what we were talking about because it was awesome. Lycos? I got to tell my mother to get off Facebook. Facebook is just dumb. So yeah, Holy Buckets, Trey Parker, Matt Stone are insane. All that acid they took in the 90s is definitely catching up. My mom's like, Jim is watching TV and said it was on there. Who the hell is Jim? I don't know anybody named Jim other than my son. I want to know who the hell my mom is watching TV with. Now this gets deep. Who's? I just text her. Who the F is Jim? Question mark, question mark. Am I excited for tomorrow? No. As fun as Comic-Con is, it is very painful for me. I don't have, usually I'll just admit to felonies now. Usually I acquire painkillers before any of the cons, and I was unable to yeah, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great, Craig? Speaking of Jim Kelly, his daughter Erin just had a baby, and the baby had to have emergency life-saving surgery. They won't say what's wrong with his grandson Bean, but if you believe in prayers or sending positive energy or kismet, do me a favor, send them to my boy Jim Kelly and his daughter Erin and their grandson. Just terrible when I don't care if you like a person or not, when something happens to a baby, it's awful. But yeah, it's going to be very painful. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be there tomorrow. Tomorrow, I am just driving down. I will be there Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, the only thing that I have planned is Frey Tormenta. I was asked to pick up Bing Bong, the SDCC exclusive pop for my neighbor. But yeah, other than that, Steve and Maddie asked me to pick up a thing or two. But yeah, they're painful. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to see James having fun, but they're painful. South Park. Here's the thing, which is kind of genius. They made fun of a part of the President of the United States body. And I don't think the president can sue them for it. Or at least he'd be pretty stupid to sue them. He can sue them, but it'll have to go to Discovery. Exactly, Sepulros. Exactly. Exactly why he's not going to sue. Listen, they have lawyers. South Park, I'm willing to wager, probably has some of the best lawyers in the entertainment business because of what they have accomplished. Look at the R. Kelly, John Travolta in the closet thing. And Travolta couldn't do anything about it because it could open up some of his personal affairs. Listen, they can get nailed for a couple of other things. They can get nailed for likeness. He can sue them for NIL and win because they did use pictures of him, and they could get nailed for NIL. But he can't get them for what they said about, graphically showed about his anatomy. So, I love it. Apparently, the White House staff is gobsmacked. Oh, she's a sweet girl. Oh my goodness. Hey, Kate. Kate, we were just talking about last night's South Park episode. I need to fill my cup. NIL rights change if you're a politician? Yeah. Delicious. I had to watch it twice. I enjoyed it so much I had to watch it twice. The uncensored version, way better than the censored version. And the AI video at the end. I mean, seriously. Kate had a very eventful morning? What'd you do, Kate? I'll tell you what I did while she's typing that out. I got all of your shipping done. It is right over there. I replaced the ink. We're good to go. She had a visitor on stream. Was it Jason or John? Oh, Sideswipe. That is. Oh, I met him too. Nice. I met him at San Diego last year? San Diego last year. Oh, they're already out. I figured you wouldn't want to carry another thing on the plane. So I just sent it out. Kevin liked your nice, good. Speaking of shipments, thanks for the refill on cards and stickers. Lilia is going to take some to RIT. Oh, thank you. It lured you? Is it fish related? Is it old Greg? Tell me you got a life-size cutout of old Greg. I'm old Greg. You ever drink Baileys from a shoe? Yes, Futurama, that does it for you. Oi, oi, oi! Listen, if I could get a life-size cutout of old Greg, I would probably put him in the background for most of the shows. Old Greg is from a comedy show that is freaking hilarious. I don't think I could play. I can't wait until they try and do something that so. Oh, I know. Yeah, we actually talked about that before you came in. He will not want that to go to Discovery. You ever drank Baileys from a shoe? I'm old Greg. Pleased to meet you. I don't think he swears. Oh no, that's TikTok. We're not watching TikTok. TikTok yucky. I don't think he swears. Oh, Facebook, it's even worse. All right, just give me the YouTube.
I've got something. I've got something.
Forgive me if they're swearing.
That's it. Come on. Oh. Oh.
Hi there.
Who are you?
I'm old Greg. Pleased to meet you.
What do you want?
Maybe I should ask you the same question. What you doing in my waters?
Just taking the air, you know. Not fishing.
Well, then how come this hook's in my head, fool?
It's nothing to do with me, sir.
It's attached to your rod, mother liquor.
Don't kill me. I've got so much to give.
Easy now, fuzzy little man Peach. You ever drunk Baileys from a shoe?
What?
You wanna come to a club where people wee on each other?
No.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Excuse me?
I like you. What do you think of me?
I don't rightly know, sir.
Make an assessment.
I think you're a nice, modern gentleman.
Don't lie to me, boy.
I'm not lying.
I know what you're thinking. Here comes old Greg. He's a scaly manfish. You don't know me. You don't know what I got.
And we're going to stop it right there. That is where we stop it for all intents and purposes. That's Old Greg. Old Greg, have I ever watched Taskmaster? I did not watch that show, no. What up, Pando? Old Greg, there is a part 2 to Old Greg, and I believe there is a very brief part 3 cameo too from The Mighty Boosh, which is a BBC show, comedy skit show. Excuse me. Paul knows the BBC. I will guarantee you BBC is in Paul's search history. Self-service giveaway was, I don't know. Let me look. Scuba won and Thomas won. Low-hanging fruit that was. Hey, I'd rather have low-hanging fruit than strange fruit. If you don't get that reference, you need to bone up on your musical history. Sappouros knows. Sappouros knows almost everything. Paul, you're English. You may not, that might be a little bit pre-American, pre-Paul Maitland. It's a pre-Maitland thing. Rather have devil's fruit? Kate is like, boy, where's Blind Cat? You need to hose Kate off. She's getting a little warm right now, bud. BK, get the hose. Strange Fruit. It's a song by a very famous lady with a boy-sounding name and what sounds like a fun last name. We're getting spicy. Why is it spicy? Every time I do that, James laughs uncontrollably. He'll eat something with hot sauce on it, and he'll be like, Daddy, do spicy. And I'll be like, why is it spicy? And he loves it. Got coffee, it ain't coffee. It ain't coffee.
A little bottle of water. A little bottle of water.
A little bottle of water.
Thanks, Saburos. I needed that. That's definitely going to lead to a massive belch. Whew. It's delicious. Don't worry, I've only had 2 of them. Yeah. I see what you're doing. I see what's going on here. You're drinking a beer in a coffee mug. I am. I'm drinking a high alcohol content hero. Horror. Blind. Your woman's getting a little hot. You need to hose her down, man. She's talking about low-hanging fruit in the BBC. So, it's just spicy. Yeah, it's exactly what they said. It's just spicy. Lord Brownie just said she's getting spicy. Oh, goodness. I plan on hanging out with Sam De La Rosa tomorrow. Tyler Walpole is there. I plan on saying hello to him. I have a few people that I want to say hi to. Sorry, not tomorrow. Saturday. I have nothing I really have to do for work. I'm going to take a look to see if there's any books that I want to grade. BK, the answer is everything, man. I am going to try to get to Patrick Belsaros. I want to see if I can get one of his originals. He only does 5 originals a day. First come, first serve. They're $75 a piece. I'll show you. I have an example. These. Oh, he did some sketch covers? That's pretty dope. He does these for $75. Believe me, it's a good deal. It's extremely hard to get Patrick's original artwork. I'm not lying. It's very hard. Who did I just see was doing a CGC? I just got Scotty Young is doing a CGC mail-in event. Somebody else is doing one too. No, not Frank. What booth is he? I don't know. I'd have to look. Excuse me. Pretty sure I spelled that wrong. Excuse me again. Damn beer. It was somebody that I really considered doing. It was 110. Oh, Gabriel Dell'Otto. Walt Simonson
so
is
we're
also
just done with phrasing, right? That's not a thing anymore.
totally. It's Gabriel Dell'Otto. He's doing one. I really like Dell'Otto's work. If I was Doug Rich, I would buy up Dell'Otto's work. Jusko is doing a signing. Silvestri is doing a signing. Palmiotti is doing a signing. There's a lot of big signings. Michelin is doing a signing. Starlin is doing a signing. Dan Mora is doing some signings. Dan Mora, that's Lord Brownie. That's one you'd be interested in. Dan Mora is doing a lot of the Superman now. DD08, duly noted. That's a send-in one, though, my lord. I didn't click on it. Like, his, I think, is around 110, including grading. Dell'Otto's doing remarks for the first 20 people for 220. Listen, that's a really good deal. I'm telling you, to get a Gabriel Dell'Otto remark for less than $300 graded, that's primo. Listen, I'm in the industry. I don't lie to you. If you have the means, you buy that. Kush had something like that. Shield that guy had. Well, listen, Blind Cat, the best time to start something like that was 5 years ago. The second best time to start doing something like that is right now. Ball's in your court, homie. I mean, you do have a Vader helmet with lots of autographs on it. Well, listen. All right, so here's what you do. What do you like? What do you like that has a longer legacy than the Max? No offense to the Max. I drank that too fast. I don't have a buzz, but I have a full stomach now. There really isn't anything anymore? Well, that's bleak. Star Wars died for you. Holy crap, man. Jeez. Do I have to send you some psilocybin? We need to get you up, buddy. What up, Hellboat? Love you, man. Today is a day. Tomorrow is another day. All right, Blind Cat, let's get you some purpose in life that is non-family related. Oh, we know he doesn't like Ninja Turtles anymore. Excuse me. We know he hates Transformers now too. What can we do to give him purpose? What else does he hate? My Little Pony? Well, that's an easy one. Transformers still epic. Nothing wrong with big robots. Oh, hey, completely unrelated. Completely unrelated. Do y'all remember Jess Cuff, Evil Enchantress? Did the storyboards for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? What's up, KP? I just found out she worked on Invincible. Holy Christmas, I can't wait to run into her this weekend, because she's at the con this weekend. I have to pick her brain. And I have to see if, I know she doesn't do commissions, but my birthday is coming up. I may ask her as a birthday present if she will allow me to pay her to do a Adam Eve. Invincible. That's illegal? Hellboat's like anime cat girls? I'm in her good graces. I'm in her husband's good graces. Wonderful fellow. Tall man. You a Virgo? No, I'm a Leo. But I will ask her, listen, name your price. I would like an Adam Eve. For those who don't watch the show, Adam Eve is the female co-lead, you would argue. Okay. I wouldn't say she's a co-lead. She is one of the top people. Hakuho, one of the greatest Yokozuna ever. Rar, that's right, Rar. But she is arguably the strongest person in that entire universe. She makes Invincible and even the Vitramites look like pansies now that she has unlocked her full potential. She's so strong she can resurrect herself atom by atom. Literally. And she's a redhead. But mostly because she's powerful. And she does a half cape instead of a full cape. But I digress. I don't have a ton of extra money for this Comic-Con. Oh, I know, right, Hellbolt? I'm like a bull. I just want to charge. But I do have a little. And it's gonna be a treat show self weekend, because my birthday is early next week, and I am going to actually for once buy something for myself, not for Melissa, not for James, not for DCD Collects. I'm actually going to spend something on myself. I know I say that today, and come this weekend, I will selflessly buy stuff for everyone else. But I need to stick to, I deserve to get something special for myself at this con. Whether it is from Tyler Walpole, and I do another Driz de Worden piece, or I get Gis to do a really nice remark. I could never afford Eric to do a full piece. I know I can buy Cat Stag's pencils. I don't know if I can afford her inks. But I'm going to try to say, hey, this is what I have to spend. It's my birthday. What can you do for me? And see if that works. I know James is going to want everything. Pop Mart is there. I know he's going to want a Labubu. Because when you have a 9-year-old, you will do anything to see them smile. So that kid wants a Labubu, and Pop Mart will be there. We're probably going to try to get him a Labubu. Because they have them for retail, $27.99. I don't know if y'all know this. The crazy prices people are paying for them, they're $27.99 retail. It's the scarcity that drives the price on the secondary market. But if you can get them directly from Pop Mart, they're $27.99. They have a gazillion of them. There is another Pop Mart, some company similar to Pop Mart. If you can give it, it's one per person. But if I can get in line with Melissa and James, we might be able to score 3. If we can get there in time. Now, mind you, I'm only there Saturday, Sunday. I have to get to... I'm going to rope drop Belisaros. One of those 2 days. The other day would be a Pop Mart drop. I may... Yeah, it is a strict one per person. I've already looked. I may go for a McFarlane bracelet. I found out I don't have an exhibitor badge. I have a pro pass, which means I can get bracelets. Sorry, I know, Kate, Blind Cat. I know I wasn't sure before. I found out via email Tuesday that I do have a pro badge. So I actually would be eligible. I found out Tuesday. Listen, I know. I said I likely wouldn't. I thought I was getting an exhibitor badge. It wasn't until... I know, Kate. It wasn't until Lee sent me my link that I realized I was getting a pro badge. Listen, Kate, every one of my has been exhibitor until literally this year. Look at, I have proof. They're all right next to me. All of them are exhibitor. I've never had a pro pass before. So I was expecting another exhibitor badge. I got a pro pass. Sorry. He won't even sign. No, God, no, he won't. But what I'm saying is, now Alan Tudyk is on the table. And, yeah, I feel bad because you wanted me to get stuff not Todd. You wanted me to get other stuff signed. And I said, I doubt I'd be able to. Isn't it pronounced Tudyk? I don't think he pronounces the Y like Tujik. I thought he pronounces it Tudyk. Well, Kate, listen. I will say, Kate, I did say on yesterday's stream, for what it's worth. Oh wait, was Alan the one that wasn't signing? Hey, Daniel, how you? Greetings from Disneyland. Oh, I'm jelly. I'm jonesing for Disneyland, bro. I hope you and the family are doing well. Tell your wonderful wife I said hello. Tell the kids I said hi, even though they don't remember me. Nathan is not signing the other ones. Okay. Tucker and Dale. That's right. Oh. trust me, Kate, as soon as I read Pro Badge, I was like, oh, Kate's going to kill me. Do the Savi Workshop? James did it. It's actually, listen, Hellbolt, I don't want to rub it in, but it's actually a lot of fun. It's worth it. It really is. The new Droid Shop, by the way. Oh, you're going to be at San Diego. I didn't know you were coming down to San Diego, too. I didn't know you would be there. Yeah, man. Let's do it. Man, listen, I'm already drinking right now. I don't have James with me. I'm so full. Beer is so filling, I forgot why I drink scotch. Beer is so filling. And it's only 7.7%. I just need to stick to scotch. And here's the funny thing. I was standing at the store and I was looking at the beer and the scotch was like 20 feet away. And I was like, I could spend $8 on beer or $60 on scotch. I better save money for Comic-Con. I think I am going to go to CGC and complain. Hear me out. They hate when people do this, by the way. So, I don't know if y'all remember this. This is my Amazing Spider-Man number 10, first appearance of Spider-Punk. Newsstand edition. And I went through about 100 copies of this book in order to find the most perfect copy. A copy that had no feathering on any of the corners. And clean edges all around. And I even paid extra to have it pressed. And it came back a 9/8. Now, the kicker is there are no copies of 9/9 or 10 in existence. 9/8 is, nothing is ever graded a 9/9. And because of the importance in this book, I don't believe this is a 10. There is a very, 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 very slight. Oh, you just got dangled. What up, Dangle? How you doing, buddy? I hope you're well. There is a very, very, very slight, and I'll tell you it wasn't there when I sent it. There was a very, very slight feathering on this corner. It's tiny in comparison to others. All three corners are perfect. I need to show you this. For my comic book nerds. Good, man. We're just talking about South Park. Now we're talking about San Diego Comic-Con. Okay, so my comic book nerds. I need to show you something that is unheard of. Only people who have ever gotten a comic book graded will understand how insane this is. Look at the staple. Absolutely perfect stapling. That is where most comic books lose their 9/9, is the staples. That is the near perfect corner. There is the slightly, ever so slightly, feathered corner. Listen, I own quite a few 9/8s. 10 does exist. I own quite a few 9/8s, and I will tell you This copy is so much nicer than a couple of my other 9/8s. There is no color loss on the back. This is literally the most cherry book I've ever seen. And I went to look at the grader's notes, and there are none. No grader notes. So, I am actually going to... listen, it's not a 10. I know it's not a 10. I'm aware of that. I know it's not a 10. I would like somebody to explain to me why it's not a 9.9. I know it's ridiculous. I know they get it all the time. I do know 2 people that work at CGC now. I do have a little bit of an in. I may ask them to have another look. It's not a 10 because there is a slight feathering on one of the corners. Feathering is when they fold the book and staple it. When it gets its final crease, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example that's not sealed. All right, here's a good one. I got one. This is not an important book. Okay. So, when they staple them, you will get books that have... Oh, actually, this one's in really good shape. Well, this one has a different problem. This one... See that color loss? That white chipping? That would bring that to no higher than a 9.9. You would not be able to get a 9.8. You would not be able to get a 9.9 or a 10 because of that little color chipping. The feathering, if I can get it focused, this edge, slightly, there's a good angle. See that? That is a very light case of feathering. I know, it's ridiculous, but it's a hard standard. That is feathering. Now, older books are way more severe than that. This is a modern example. Modern books are graded differently than older books. That is a widely accepted and known fact. Yeah. A modern book needs to be perfect. And honestly, a lot of the modern 10s are either foil covers because they don't feather, or they're square bound books. I'll give you an example of a square bound. Oi! Nope, that's Japanese. It's probably my other short box. No, I think it's this one. My Batman cover. Batman Spawn, that is square bound. Actually, Batman Spawn is not in here. It is the other one. That's my run of Vigilante. Here we go. Here it is. No, it's not here. Well, here's another example. Lord Brownie will not like this example. Oh, dude, I'm sorry, man. Nothing is worse than a burn. I've had quite a few. Let's take a look at Superman number 700. This is a square-bound book. Square-bound books have no staples. They are bound with glue. And because of that, now obviously this is an older one, so it's not a good example. Yeah, they typically will not feather if they're brand new. So if you grade a new square-bound book, it actually will have a flat edge. It is easier to get a 10 because there is no feathering. This was not cared for very well. But that, as you can see, there's significantly less than a different one. Oh, that's my Vigilante run. Put you next to Superboy. I went thumbing through my collection to see if I needed to get anything signed. Not to brag, but boy oh boy, have I gotten a pretty decent modern comic book collection. Not a lot of old stuff, but my modern collection is pretty decent. But you would make an argument that I'm in the industry, like I am in constant contact with the industry, so I can like go somewhere and be like, hey, could you sign this for me? And they'd be like, sure, and they're not going to charge me because I'm dropping, $750 on other stuff for the company. Hey, when you're done with all of that, could you just sign this for me real quick? Oh, cool, thanks. How do you think my badges got signed? The only person to ever charge me to sign my badge was David Mack. I was not supposed to say that. There was only one person in history that ever charged me to sign my badge. Because obviously you're not selling your badge. You're going to be in Seattle in 16 days to see Ichiro get retired. That's going to be good. His art is unbelievable, but did you know his art is about $1,500 to $3,000? That is how much it is to buy David Mack's original watercolors. He was next to Tony Moy. I'm going to be honest with you. I understand David Mack. He's famous as all get out. Very talented human being. I'm probably going to drop $2,000 on Tony Moy before I drop $2,000 on David Mack. Now listen and hear me out. David Mack is very good at making complex characters out of very few brushstrokes. Tony Moy puts a lot more brushstrokes to give depth and dimension to his. I'm not knocking David Mack in any way, shape, or form. I am not. I am a fan of David Mack's work. But David Mack's work, for the price of a bust from David Mack, Tony Moy will get me a full character. That's where I'm at. I would rather have the full character. As a matter of fact, the original art for Marvel Snap Sunspot by Tony Moy is only $2,000. David Mack's unpublished stuff is $2,000. I'll take the published item for $2,000 than I will the unpublished item for $2,000. If somebody was to gift it to me, I'm not going to be like, oh no, puh. No, I would be ecstatic. But if I'm dropping my own hard-earned cash, I'm probably going to spend 2 G's with Tony Moy. Tony Moy is so underrated. Don't get me wrong, Tony Moy's famous, but he is so much more talented than he gets credit for. Truly, a lot of you have his pieces through us. I will be seeing Tony this weekend. I will try to acquire some new stuff for DCD Collects. I will attempt to get something for myself as well. But I'm a big Tony Moy fan. He's a really nice guy. All right, folks. Listen, I am leaving fairly early tomorrow, which means I got to leave fairly soon. Can I interest anybody in some Daniel Gonzalez, some Alex Ross, or some Teenage Mutant Turtles of the Ninja variety? Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Yeah. What else was there that I saw? I saw another exclusive at Hallmark. They have their exclusive Christmas ornaments. I'll probably grab one. That was what they were called in England? Oh, that's awesome. Well, if you remember, the movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 was actually dialed back because they were worried about how violent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were. So you can look this up. The studio requested that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles dial back the violence. And if you'll notice, through most of the movie, they don't actually draw and use their weapons. Yeah. Yep. So the second movie has noticeably less action because of the feedback that ninjas were violent. And yet they made a third. Yeah, I agree. It wasn't as good as 1 and 2. I saw 3. I don't even remember it. Oh, I know, Dangle. That's crazy, man. Listen, Dangle, I mean, Hulk Hogan was a massive part of my youth. I idolized Hulk Hogan when I was in the single digits up until probably age 10. I had every Hulk Hogan figure. I had the talking Hulk Hogan figure. I had Hulk Hogan shirts. I had Hulk Hogan posters. Do not let me jade the past. Hulk Hogan was a massive part of my youth. I loved Hulk Hogan. And Sapporo's is getting to the point I was literally leading into. Terry Bollea is not a good human being. Allegedly beat his wife. I know. Let me say allegedly because this is not my channel. Allegedly beat his wife. Allegedly cheated on his wife. Allegedly used unforgivable language. Allegedly bullied other wrestlers. Allegedly ruined the legacy of wrestlers. And that's only what we allegedly know. Do not get me wrong. Hulk Hogan was a massive part of my youth. And the reason I ate my Flintstone vitamins and said my prayers before I went to bed. I saw Ozzy only once, and it turned out to be one of his last shows. Ozzy did the halftime show for the Rams game. And he did his new Patient Number 9, one song. It was awesome. But it was plainly visible he was in a tremendous amount of pain. This was last year, right around when he had his back surgery. And besides his farewell show, he did not have very many shows after the one he did in LA. He canceled that tour, if you remember. It was. Yep. We saw him right around that time. He was about to do the tour, and he ended up canceling the tour. Yep, the surgery made it worse. So, believe it or not, one of his last performances was the halftime of a football game. I was there. I have videos of it. I actually posted videos of it. I never got into Black Sabbath in my youth. And don't take that as a negative thing. I just ran in different musical circles. But I always understood the importance of Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne. I liked Ozzy's solo stuff more than Black Sabbath. I know that's sacrilegious to most people to say. And to get on those people's side, I was never a huge fan of Ronnie James Dio either. But I learned to appreciate Dio as I got older. There will sadly / thankfully, there will never be another Ozzy. God bless him. 7 years in a row, that's awesome. All right, Scoops. I want people to know this too. He did want Snore Dance. It's true. Everybody from Motley Crue confirmed. What people don't know, aside from snorting ants, aside from biting the head off of a bat, and besides biting the head off of a pigeon, he was a huge supporter of PETA. Google Ozzy Osbourne and PETA. He became a cat lover. This is a true story. He loved dogs, small dogs, and he, in his later years, grew to really love cats. He owned a lot of cats, and he did a lot of stuff for PETA, for cat rescue. So Ozzy was not... Yeah, Ozzy was nuts. Ozzy was living the decadent, indulgent lifestyle. But Ozzy was not 100% his persona. And the reason I'm saying that is I'm really glad to see that after he is gone, people are picking up the good that he did. There's always going to be the Ozzy stories, but it actually warms my heart a little bit, a lot of bit, to see that people in his death are recognizing the man for what he did, what he's accomplished, who he was, and what he stood for. That is awesome. There's a lot of people, Hulk Hogan is a prime example, who people like myself are not going to get over the fact of what they did, aside from who they were. That's why I said I'm torn on Hulk Hogan's death, because he was a massive part of my childhood. But as an adult, I was very disappointed in who he really was. Ozzy Osbourne, there's never going to be another Ozzy. It all started from an ad that said, Ozzy Zig needs a gig. But, yeah, tremendous loss. Tremendous loss. All right. Give me a second. I need to respond real quick. Okay. Oh, absolutely, man. Don't worry, Dangle. There's beer in this mug. Everyone saw it. You just weren't here. To Ozzy. Hey, to Hulk Hogan too. Why not? These were the people of our youth. They deserve, for some part of their life or another, they at least deserve a salute. So, salute to Ozzy. Salute to our dear friend Hulk Hogan. It's at least worth a toast. Yeah, listen, Chuck Mangione. Somebody posted on Discord. I don't know if y'all know who he is, but look him up. You actually know more of his songs than you think you do. All right, folks. I do actually need to get it to 7:30 Eastern, 10:30, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. So I got to get to stepping. I have to grab a couple of comics that I may or may not get signed, depending on their condition. I need to pack up the couple of things that Doug wanted me to bring, and I got to skedaddle. So, last call. If you want something, get something. All right. Let's see who's available. Boy, listen, I know I've forced sumo upon you folks, but this has been one of the craziest bashos I have ever watched. This has been nuts. Oh, Pinion Paint is... What's Pinion Paint doing?
Kenza, oh my god.
She just got raided. Okay. All right, you have a choice. Your daughter turned 12 today. All right, hey, listen, tell your daughter The weird bald guy with glasses on the interweb says hi. Listen, we're going to vote. First one to 3 wins. Sumo or Pinion Paint? Emma, oh my goodness, I know Emma. Emma, happy birthday. 12 years old. That's pretty awesome. You're almost a teenager, so listen, Emma, Uncle DC's got to tell you something. You have 1 more year. Listen, you got 1 year before you're a teenager. Mess with your dad as much as you can. Give your dad as much trouble as you can. Because next year when you turn 13, you're not going to be allowed to do that. So those are my words of wisdom. You got 1 more year. Be bad for your dad. You're welcome, Tangle. Pando says sumo. Lady says sumo. I mean, I guess that's sumo. Where's Midnight? There he is. We'll do Midnight only because I like his commentary. Actually, no, let's go to Leo. Is he even... No, Leo's not even talking yet. All right, we're going to go to Midnight. Tango's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, listen. Literally ran into the house so her and Sophie could watch the shout out. Thanks to, hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. She's got 1 more year to be a pain. And then there's repercussions. She needs to have this year, man. Emma, you got 1 more year to be bad. Then you gotta be good. You're welcome. He's like, thanks, dude. Hey, man, they're kids. Let them be kids, bro. Listen, this one's for you, Dangle. She's going to be 13 next year, bud. That's an important year, man. Gotta let her be a kid for 1 more year. I got somebody who's about to be 10 in a couple of months, and he's making a big deal out of being a double-digit number. So, did I just quote a song there? I don't know. I might have. But yeah, dude. You got to let her have 1 more year. It gets serious next year. All right, folks. Listen, I'm excited. If you're going to be at Comic-Con this weekend, hit me up on Discord. I'd love to hang out with you, see you, maybe grab a drink, maybe grab a bite to eat, maybe if you want to hang out, walk around with me and meet some of the artists, I'll be glad to introduce some of you to the artists. So if you are low-key going to be there and want to hang, hit me up. I'm down. I'm probably going to be hanging out with Dave Barron Saturday night because I'm cool. But we'll see. Oh, good. See, there you go, Tangle. You get it. All right, folks. Listen, I love you. I love you all. I love each and every one of you. I love you with all my heart. You allow me to do this for a living, and that is absolutely insane to me. So I am excited to be here every single day, and I'm glad you were here with me. Take care of yourselves and each other so we can do it again next week. I promise you, I am going to have stories about this weekend on Wednesday. I'm also going to have a new product for you on Wednesday, at least one. Tune in, hang out. It's going to be fun. I love you all. Take care. Be safe.
1966, huh? Okay. Wikipedia says 1966.